G'day, my name's David Ashmore of True Blue Tile and Stone. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've been laying tile and stone for 44 years now. I want to give honor today to a person that made it very, very special for me and encouraged me so much, and that was my wife, Helene. I met Helene when I was 17 years old in Adelaide, South Australia. She was older than I was, and her daughter, Tracy, was 3 years old, and fell in love with her deeply straight away. And we had a good life together for 44 years, but it took a turn 2 years ago when I came into this living room, this very living room, found her in a pool of blood. She had had a massive stroke and battled for 6 months to try to get back, and she had dementia really, really bad. She had no recollection of who we were, her dogs, whom she loved greatly. She did not remember their names, our grandchildren or my son, or even me. And it was such a heartbreaking time. And as a Christian, we always know and believe and trust that the Lord will take care of everything. But at the same time, there were many challenges came through my mind, questions, and even it challenged my faith in the Lord. But as time went on, I started to see how God would move in her life, and she started to get better, and then we were excited about that. Then exactly 1 year to the day that she had the stroke, she contracted congestive heart failure. Going through this over the last 2 years, it helped me to understand the importance in my business as far as being ready and being prepared for events like this. I now focus my attention when I go to people's homes to give estimates, especially on bathrooms and showers, that you should always be prepared in case anything happens to one of your loved ones, like the husband or the wife, to be prepared for a handicap shower. And that's what we did after Helene had her stroke. We turned a very, very small bathroom that had a closet behind the bath. We took it out and turned it into a handicap shower, turned the bedroom into a rehab place, put a heated floor in. When she came home from the hospital, she would have doors that were wider for the wheelchair, a ramp to go up into the room, a shower without a curb, and being able to take the wheelchair into the shower and turn it around. That became a real blessing for us and for her, so that she didn't have to suffer in any way. That is one of the things I focus on more and more now, is helping people to understand that 1 minute everything's okay, the next minute your loved one can be incapacitated or handicapped in such a way that they can't walk, can't shower themselves, can't even go to the toilet themselves, and you've got to be there for them. And I want to also add this, that I made a vow to my wife many, many years ago, and she made a vow to me, that no matter what happened to us, if we became incapacitated, we would never put each other in a home to be taking care of anybody else. We would do it ourselves. And that's one commitment I'm so glad to say that I can honestly say that I fulfilled in my life and for her. I went to Italy last November to watch a game, a soccer game, and just prior to me arriving in Turin, Italy, they informed me that she had passed away. As I look back over the years, I can only say that she was such a very, very special person. She loved people, she loved children, and she was a great singer too, but also a great preacher and a radio announcer. So our life was really, really full, and people just absolutely adored her, thought she was great. Never take life for granted. 1 minute she was okay, everything was doing fine. The next minute she was like gone. A special part of my life had gone. And it's very, very, very difficult when you've been married to somebody for so long that's been very special to you, to let go. But it came to a point in our lives that my son and I had to get together and pray that the Lord would take her home, knowing as Christians where she was going to go, so she wouldn't suffer anymore. Yes, I was criticized by people for it. People did not understand my values and did not understand my belief. But I know she's in a far better place now, and all I can say is that she was a great, great inspiration to me, a great encouragement to me. I miss her dearly, but I would not wish her to come back from anywhere but heaven, where she's at right now. She is obviously enjoying life with the Lord. Like I said before, she was a great singer, had a wonderful singing voice. And our son David followed on in her footsteps, has a great voice, great songwriter. I remember back in the days when we were missionaries in the mountains of the Philippines, the caring heart that my wife had towards children and sick people was absolutely amazing. People would come to us for medical help, people would come to us for financial help, clothing. But the thing that really touched me the most was a time that I remember. They would bring the children to Helene when they were sick or had impetigo, sores on their bodies from mosquito bites. And I never forget this one time. She was holding this child and had so many horrible sores all over her body from foot to head. And she just wept over that child with tears. I mean, it was like something that I'd never ever seen before. And the love and care that she had for that child, and the people saw this and they just loved her so much. And every child that she took care of that came to her, what type of sickness it was or medical help it was, she was always there for them. And those are the things you like to remember, besides her being a loving woman, a loving mother, and a giver too. She was a great giver. No matter what anybody wanted, she was always there for them to help them in times of need. That takes a very, very special person. And she instilled in me love for people, not to be critical, not to be judgmental, but to give of yourself. And as you give of yourself, God takes good care of you. And really, I'm so thankful for knowing Helene Shirley Ashmore. I was so thankful that she was my wife.